how I feel about this whole situation and what I want you guys to actually really, really learn from the situation. So I'm going to share this for you guys really quick so you guys can be able to see it. And I'll read it out for y'all so you guys can understand how I feel and how I want you niggas to actually move from now on. Okay. You guys should be able to see it and I'll read it out for you guys. Okay. I urge with my whole heart that the entire right wing does not lose the political will it has gained due to Charlie Kirk's death, especially for young men and even more specifically for young white men. All you should be thinking about is working, self-development, and politics all day, every day. Your environment is always what makes or breaks you. So you must cut off any friends that want to just chill, party, chase hoes, or partake in any degenerative activities that could distract you from defending your country, because we've seen too many times where a massive political event occurs, everyone gets excited and involved, and then eventually falls off because of distractions. We can easily win this war in the long term if no young man is willing to lose any focus, consistency, and will. Okay, guys. So, what's really important about this shit that I want you guys to understand when it comes to fighting back against these niggas that are, quite frankly, evil, demons, soulless individuals that are horribly mentally ill, right? To see the amount of niggas that were so willingly laughing at the fact that this guy died. They're like, oh, I'm so happy he fucking died. We need to kill more right wingers. We need, who's next? Who's next? Super fucking happy to see somebody die. It's like, understand, guys, that this is transcended politics. This is not, or don't even let leftists or the left or liberals convince you that this is a, oh, both sides are doing it shit. Nigga, no. This is completely different, right? Politics is just, okay, us discussing how we want a certain area to be governed. Fine. But when you get to a point where somebody is politically assassinated, like Charlie was, and then you guys are happy that somebody has died, oh, this isn't about politics anymore. This is about morality. Because it is completely immoral to want to be excited at the fact that somebody died, even if they're politically opposed to you. Niggas are going to have disagreements. I have no problem with disagreements. You probably have no problem with disagreements. It's fine for niggas to disagree. Ain't no nigga got a problem with that shit. But the problem is we get into a horrible position when we're completely okay with wanting people to die for their beliefs. This is moral now. This is like, no, we shouldn't want people to die because we disagree with them politically. What kind of fucking country are we? Are we trying to become like fucking Baghdad or some dumb shit? Are we trying to become some like third world country where if somebody disagrees with you, you just stab them in the fucking neck and they die? Like, what kind of dumb shit are we trying to, what kind of country are we trying to be? That's stupid. We need to make sure that people are allowed to have disagreements. This is supposed to be a high IQ country, guys. We're supposed to be allowed to have disagreements and not kill each other over these disagreements. But the left has obviously become very demonic. And for that reason, this is why the political will that a lot of you young conservative guys that probably watch me, you guys could obviously tell by my rhetoric and the way that I talk, I'm very conservative. And I would even argue Charlie was a very moderate guy. From stuff that I've already said across my socials, whether it be YouTube, Rumble, X, or whatever, or even Instagram, I'm way further right than Charlie is. And they killed him. A moderate conservative, they killed him, bro. So imagine what happens to guys that even have harsher rhetoric than this. They want to literally murder your ass for sure. So with that being said, I want you guys to understand that you have to be in a position where not only do I want you guys to become extremely successful, work very hard for your goals, you know what I'm saying, become very successful, chase a purpose, reach the peak of your power and masculinity, but I also want you guys to pay ridiculous attention to politics. As I said in that tweet there, you guys need to be working very hard and also be paying attention to politics and ignoring everything else. The main reason why this country has become the way it's become, and so many niggas with mental illness have been able to run around rampant. The main reason why over the last decade and a half, you can't say a certain thing on the internet or niggas try to cancel you. You can't say a certain thing at your job or people will get you fired from your job. The main reason why niggas have been able to search you up from when you were 10 years old and you said nigger one time on camera and then now they fired you from your job. The reason why all these things have happened is because the average man is no longer willing to die for their country. And if you have enemies that do not fear killing you, but you fear dying, who's in the power position now? The ones that want to kill you because you're afraid to die. So they control you, they cancel you, they threaten to destroy your life, and you give in. You don't want your life destroyed. And it's that cowardice that has allowed the country to become the way it is. That has allowed so many stupid motherfuckers to run around and talk about he's a fascist, he's a Nazi, without any repercussions at all, which has eventually led to Charlie's death. Charlie's death was caused by the cowardice of the average man in the United States today. I'm going to be honest. That's really what has happened. Because we let these niggas run around, say whatever the fuck they want to say about us, right? And we thought that these niggas were people that could be negotiated with. we could disagree with. When even though deep down we all knew that wasn't the case, why, when I'm having a discussion with one of these individuals, if I mention, hey, I kind of think we should have borders, they're like, what? You're a fascist. Instantly. It's like, this is not a normal individual that I'm dealing with at all here. This is not a normal individual anymore. This is a mentally insane person. Why am I even debating with this individual? But we let this fester. We gave into it. Niggas don't want to be canceled, right? Niggas don't have any political will. They're like, it's not a big deal. It's whatever. But slowly but surely, your country's getting fucked up, and you've just been watching, right? Because you fear death. You fear the risk that you need to take, right? But at least now, seeing what has now happened to Charlie, I want young men to gain that political will and maintain the political will. Because as I said in the tweet as well, a lot of guys are going to look at the situation, have a lot of political will. A lot of young conservative men are like, I need to get involved. I need to be involved in politics. I need to make sure that our country is changing for the better. But then a week's going to pass, 2 weeks going to pass, a month's going to pass. You're going to let the distractions fall in to your life. You're going to let bum ass niggas be like, let's go party, let's go drink, let's go chase hoes, let's go do all these different things. And you're going to forget. And I don't want you niggas to fucking forget. Nobody in the fam should forget this shit. And the only way you niggas don't forget is to make sure that your environment has no guys at all that want to partake in that nonsense. You need to just be, I work, I improve myself, I pay attention to politics. That's it. Because an even bigger thing out of this is understand that if you even were to get rich, become very important and successful, what is the point of having all that if your country is fucking destroyed? Because if you're not willing to risk your life now, what's going to end up happening is you're going to reach a later point in your life where everything around you is destroyed and now you have nothing to fight for. And they'll kill you anyway. It's either you die now or you die later, but either way, you're going to die. We're all going to die. It doesn't matter. We're all going to die. So it's either you die now, fighting for the peace and the country that you actually really want, or you die later when you have nothing left to fight for. Right? We have to be willing. We have to be willing. We have to be willing. This isn't a choice. It isn't a debate. If you truly do love this country, you have to be willing to die for it. And if that means you got to pick up a mic and you got to go set up a table and you got to go outside and talk about these things, if your rhetoric has to become more aggressive and you die for it, then that's fine. Because at least you were willing to fight and die for this country. Because I don't understand how that to you is worse in comparison to you just living your life, ignoring all the politics, ignoring all the bullshit. Your entire country gets destroyed. It doesn't look the way that you want it to look. And I'm even talking specifically here to white men as well. It doesn't look the way you want it to look. It doesn't look the way that your founding fathers wanted it to look. Right? And then everybody around you has no sympathy for you, as you've seen with the left. Because you chose to be like, oh, no, I don't want to risk anything. Oh, no, I don't want to get involved in politics. I don't want to fuck with that shit. And then the people you love all die. And then you eventually die. What's the point in that? So maintain this political will, y'all. Stay in the game. Stay focused on this shit. Continue to improve. Continue to get better. And stay glued to the news. Stay glued to everything that is going on. And make sure that you're voting. You're getting involved as possible. Staying involved. It's easy to lose your radicalization. And I don't mean radicalize, you need to go partake in violence, but I mean radicalize in the sense of you're aware, you're paying attention, you're staying involved, you're fighting back against any wokeness and any of this foolishness. Because it's no longer a battle of left or right. It's good and evil now. So make sure you're on the right side of history.